This is just about the best lineup you could ever have for a 200-meter final. This is going to be huge. I promise I'm not exaggerating when I say you can almost feel everyone's pulses quicken. That is the sense of expectation here in Budapest. This could be so fast.
Sometimes in athletics, you watch a race and simply say, that was fast. But every once in a while, you witness something much bigger. You witness history. You witness the greatness. You witness a performance that people will still be talking about years from now. That is exactly what happened when Shericka Jackson stepped onto the track for the women's 200 meters. On another day, we witnessed one of Jamaica's greatest championship. Elaine Thompson-Hever remained the word why she reminds the world why she still always be respected after helping Jamaica win the women's 4x100 meters relay. This was not just victories, they were statements. They reminded the world that Jamaicans continue to set the standard in women's sprinting. Shericka Jackson's perfect 200 meters. Let's start with Shericka Jackson's race, then I will be back with more insights. Otherwise, if you are new here, don't forget to click that subscription button, guys. Now let's watch out this race.
What a moment. What a night. What a final. This women's 200 meters could be utterly electric. Marie-José Talou, she's just helped Côte d'Ivoire make the final of the 4x1. Could she spring a surprise? She was fourth in the 100 and bitterly disappointed. Fantastic athlete.
In lane 9, the 100 meters gold medalist here in Budapest.
On the outside, Sha'Carri Richardson, gold medalist in the 100 meters in her favourite lane. Could she do it again? She might well need to run a lifetime best.
In lane 3, she's world ranked number 6 this year for Bahamas.
Antonique Strawn was a double World Junior Champion in 2012. It's taken her a long time to fulfill her potential, but she's had the best season of her career. And this, believe it or not, is her first individual global final since those World Juniors. Down to 22:15 this year, the Bahamian goes in 3.
In lane 8, the fastest in the world this year for US.
The fourth fastest woman in history. Gabby Thomas, bronze 2 years ago, but she's even quicker this year. Can she do it against an all-star stellar lineup? She's a massive figure in American track and field, but it's a huge test. Dina Asher-Smith knows what it takes to win this title. She did so 4 years ago in Doha and got a bronze 12 months ago in Eugene. It's been a difficult season for Asher-Smith, but if anyone can rise to the occasion, it is the former champion. What a moment for St. Lucia. What a moment for Julian Alfred. Fifth in the 100 meters. She's a Commonwealth silver medalist, the fourth fastest in the world this year. Alfred for St. Lucia, bidding for their first medal.
2 times a major bronze medalist for Great Britain.
She made the Olympic final a couple of years ago over 100 meters. Daryl Nita is skipping her way into the 200 final. Full of running, full of confidence, and a massive PB for second in the second semi-final. She's now third on the British all-time list.
And finally in lane 6, the defending world champion for Jamaica.
Silver in the 100 meters. Is it going to be gold again for the defending champion, Shericka Jackson? Dan O'Brien next to me. This is just about the best lineup you could ever have for a 200 meter final. This is going to be huge.
Well, and there's so many storylines here. The Jamaicans absolutely ruled the sprints in Eugene last year. Sha'Carri Richardson foiled that again this season. But Shericka Jackson has absolutely looked the best of all these competitors here in the 200 meters. I'll tell you what, keep an eye on Gabby Thomas. She is an absolute star in the makings, and whether she wins gold here or not, she's going to be one of the favorites in Paris next year.
I promise I'm not exaggerating when I say you can almost feel everyone's pulses quicken. That is the sense of expectation here in Budapest. This could be so fast.
Sha'Carri Richardson has nothing to lose. She just needs to relax.
Richardson, USA 9. Thomas, USA 8. Alfred, St. Lucia in 7. Jackson, defending champion, in 6, Jamaica. Daryl Neita, Great Britain 5. Asher Smith, Great Britain 4. Strawn, Bahamas 3. Tarlou, Côte d'Ivoire in 2. It's been absolutely brilliant in Budapest this week, and it might be about to get even better. 4 athletes in this field have broken 22 seconds this season. In Jackson and Thomas, we have the 2nd and 4th fastest women in history, and outside them, in her lucky lane 9, is the newly crowned 100-meter champion, brimming with confidence and belief. Whoever wins this may have to run very, very close to a 35-year-old world record to do so. This is the Women's 200-meter World Championship final. The ultimate final explodes into life. Jackson's going really well in the middle. To go with her, but it's Shericka Jackson here. Watch the clock. This is so fast. Richardson. It's the 2nd fastest time ever run. And a mark of her confidence is that she looked fleetingly disappointed that she hadn't broken the world record. Thomas took the silver with 21.81 and Richardson the bronze. That was simply majestic. It was never in doubt. World record. That was stunning from Jackson.
Well, you look at her in the last 100 meters, and she is so concentrating on her form and her technique, and she is an absolute metronome down the home straight all the way through the line. She doesn't need to dip. She knows she's running extremely fast, and I think she had more than just the 200-meter world championship on the line. She did want that world record.
You could tell in her eyes when she looked at the clock when she finished. Yes, she was pleased she won, but she knew that was fast. I thought for a whisker, just for a whisker, I thought she might have done it. It was ever so close.
Well, you've got to feel for Julian Alfred as well. 4th place finish. She was 5th in the 100. 4th place finish here. She's had a wonderful championship, but just overshadowed by just brilliant performances.
Swana will get the best part of out. Great to see her back and running, sub 11 seconds already this year. Italy, 4th in the world final in Budapest in 23, have Pagliani, Hooper, Kadari and Pavesi. They ran Dosso in the mixed earlier on, so she is the change to their team from yesterday. The world indoor champion. Poland have Magdalena Stefanovic, Marlena Granaszewska, Magdalena Nimczek and Pia Stryszowska, the 2-time world indoor medalist over the 60-meter hurdles, European medalist outdoors. And in the inside, Portugal, national record yesterday, made their first world championship in this event in qualifying for this final. Lorena Bozzolo, Tatiana Pinto, Beatriz Castellano and Arida Scandula, who qualified Portugal earlier on as well in the mixed 4x1. She's back to run the anchor for the same team that ran yesterday for Portugal. What role can Brianna Williams and the rest of the Jamaican team set up here for Elaine Thompson-Herah on the anchor? The fastest woman alive, 2nd fastest in history. Racers won the left, out in lane number 7. Jamaica's first choke, motoring down the back to Lavanya Williams. Jamaica made a right in the middle. Spain and Canada. She's got Donovan Tambaway of Canada to chase down, and Maria Perez outside. Going back the years, the 5 times Olympics brings Jamaica home ahead of Canada and Spain.
It was really a breeze for Team Jamaica. Not the cleanest exchanges I've ever seen, but with Elaine Thompson-Herod on the ankle leg, she was able to stay patient, get that baton. She ran a brilliant final leg, but she just simply didn't look like she was all out.
I'd be fascinated to see that again. It did look like she shut down at about 60 metres, didn't it, Elaine Thompson-Herod? But she will hold the flag, and it is a golden return to international competition with Jamaica for Elaine Thompson-Herod. The job was done before them by the 3 Williams. Canada and Spain, well, when Jamaica's baton change on the bend got a bit sticky, Canada and Spain suddenly found themselves out front. But Elaine Thompson-Herod, quite something down the home straight. So good to see after so long out. Whether she's fully fit, I don't know, we'll see, but that's not for the discussion right now. Germany will run out of it. They have finished 6th, but of course there are no World Athletics Ultimate places up for grabs in these events. They were only in the mixed, so the 6th, 7th, 8th positions are not as important in terms of qualification. But let's have a look back at this one, Tonique. The first change down the back. Now keep your eye on Jamaica here on this change, because this wasn't good. Well, actually, it wasn't quite as bad as I thought the first time of asking, maybe. We were just about in time in the box. I might have done just make her a bit of a disservice there live. But here, Tambue, that was clean. Thompson-Herod switching from hand to hand, and away she goes. Tambue is about a metre or 2 ahead. Let's watch Thompson-Herod. Let's see if she does shut down. There.
Right there.
Now, is that a shutdown or is that a feeling something?
It almost looks like that's a feeling something. She's so close to the finish. I know that she just wanted to get through the race. In her mind, she's thinking about all these injuries she's had in the past. She knows how important this is to her teammates, and so she was able to slow down just enough to get in front and stay in front and cross that line for gold.
There is the Dipswana, our title sponsor, bank card with $40,000 loaded onto it, which is, where can I find one of those? Let's see if there's any spare. Canada celebrate another great performance from them, silver medal. And Spain in 3rd. Reminder that the USA did not qualify in this event. They were here. It was one of the teams they did send, but they didn't qualify, and then opted not to run earlier on in the second qualifying round. But Spain, well, it's just such an emergence for them over the course of the last year, 18 months or so. They're one of the real emerging relay nations. Elaine Thompson-Herod safely saw Jamaica to victory in 42 seconds flat. Canada in 2nd in a national record, and a brilliant bronze at a global event for Spain.
Of course, they were the silver.
Wow, guys, what a race. So guys, I've been telling you that there is something different about Shericka. Whenever she ran the 200 meters, she looks completely in control. She doesn't rush the race. She doesn't panic. Every step has purpose. As the athletes settle into their blocks, you could feel the excitement inside the stadium. The word is fast as women were ready to battle, and everyone knew this could be a special race. The starter fired the gun. Shericka, you saw her exploded out of the blocks with confidence. She attacked the curve with power while staying relaxed. That is one of the hardest thing to do in the sprinting. Many athletes tighten up under pressure, but Shericka remained smooth from the first stride to the last. Coming off the bend, she was already in a strong position. Then came her trademark finish, stride after stride, she pulled away from the field. There was no panic, no sign of fatigue, just pure speed, guys. As she crossed the finish line, history has been made. Sherika became the second fastest woman ever over 200 meters, producing one of the greatest performances the sports has ever seen. Think about how incredible that is, guys. Thousands of women have competed in these events over many decades, yet only one athlete in history has officially run fast. That achievement doesn't happen because of luck. It comes from year of sacrifices, guys. That is what you know. That is what you are supposed to know. And I've been telling you this, guys. If you are a sprinter and you are coming from Jamaica, you should put this at the back of your mind. You are building a legacy that is going to be carried from generation to the generation, a legacy that is not going to be forgotten easily. So, guys, early mornings also they are part of winning. Painful training sessions, countless hours in the gym, strict discipline, and the determination to improve every single season. What also makes Sharika so special is her mindset. She never seems satisfied. Even after winning major championship, she continues to looking for ways to become even faster. That hunger for greatness is what separates championship or champions from legends. Elaine Thompson Hera inspiring comeback. Now let's talk about another Jamaican icon. That is Elaine Thompson Hera, guys. You know Elaine Thompson Hera. Also, she has been breaking a lot of records in Jamaica sprinting. Every sport fan knows that injuries can change everything. Some athletes never fully recover, others struggles to regain confidence. Many people wonder whether Elaine could ever run to her best after dealing with injury or setbacks. But champions never stop believing. When Jamaica lined up for the women's 4 by 100 meters relay, there was already excitement because the relay races are about much more than individual speed. They require trust, perfect pattern exchange, teamwork, guys, communication. Every athlete team must do their part. The Jamaican team delivered exactly that. Each runner executed her leg with confidence, passing the pattern smoothly and maintaining momentum throughout the race. Then came the final exchange. The baton reached Elaine Thompson Hera. You know what that means? At the moment, years of experience took over. She accelerated down the home stretch with the calmness and confidence that has defined her entire career. She wasn't just running for a gold medal. She was showing the world that she still belonged among the very best. As Elaine crossed the finish line, the emotions were clear. This victory meant far more than another medal. It represented resilience. It represented determination. It represented the reward that comes from the refusing to give up. Every athlete faces setbacks. The difference is how they respond. Elaine's comeback is a proof that difficult moments do not have to define your career. Sometimes they become the beginning of your next great chapter, guys. Respect between great rivals. One of the most beautiful things about athletics is that a fierce competition doesn't have to create hatred. The rival between Jamaica and the United States has produced some of the greatest races the world has ever seen. Fans naturally support their favorite athletes, but the athletes themselves often show tremendous respect for each other. Whether it is Sherika Jackson, we have Shikari Richardson or other world-class sprinter. These women understand the hard work required to compete at the highest level. They know what it feels like to train every day, to battle injuries, to deal with the pressure, to cross the hopes of an entire nation. That shared experience creates a mature respect. When the race is over, the competition congratulate each other because they understand the journey behind every performance, guys. And that is what each and every uh, a sprinter from Jamaica should have. So every new generation is inspired by one before it. Usain Bolt inspired many. Ellen Thompson ever inspired another generation. Now Jamaica Jackson is inspiring the next wave of young Jamaican athletes. The cycle of excellency keeps moving forward. So guys, what we witnessed in these performances was about much more than winning races. Jamaica Jackson reminded the world what perfection can look like over 200 meters. Ellen Thompson Heber reminded us that champions never stop fighting, even after difficult setbacks. Together, these performances showed why Jamaica remains one of the greatest sprinting nations in history. Records may eventually be broken, champions may eventually retire, but moments like these became part of sporting history forever. And as a fan, we are fortunate to witness them. Now, I want to hear from you. Which performance inspired you the most? Was it Shericka Jackson's incredible 200 meters masterpiece? Or was it Elaine Thompson Herbert's emotional release comeback? Do you think Shericka can eventually break the world's record? So guys, I want you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I want to say a big thank you to my supporters for always coming back to review or to view my videos. And also to my subscribers, I want to say a very big thank you to you for the much support you guys are showing me. Otherwise, thank you. I'll see you in the next one, guys.